Disclaimer, the topics introduced today may not be appropriate for all audiences. Trigger warning for those who are sensitive to these topics.
Uno.
Alright, boys, you know where we at, you know where we be. This is the time where we do our true crime scene. I'm
sorry. I thought this was Bread Band
Everybody shut up.
We're the Bread Band.
Let him do it.
We're the Bread Band.
So this topic that we're doing right now is based around serial killers and true crime and cannibalism. So listener discretion is strongly advised. Nobody under the age of 13 should probably be listening to this.
Cough, cough, Emmy.
Or disclaimer, people fucking die.
Yeah. And we talk about really dark subjects, so yeah.
It's not for the lighthearted, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. So if you are sensitive around the subjects of death, cannibalism, serial killing, anything like that, please go find another podcast. So, for those who are still here, hello, hi, let's introduce ourselves.
Who's going
I'm
first? Emmy. Oh, Emmy, alright. So Emmy's first?
No, I just said I'm Emmy, that's Cosmic, and that's Charlie.
Well, it's not like we have a finger that's
gonna get multiple snacks during this podcast.
Well, you say that like there's a finger pointing at each and every one of us. So, yeah. I'm Charlie. In the middle there, that's Cosmic. And the right is Emmy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Morning, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be getting a lot of snacks.
Oh god, it's gonna be a lot of crunching.
There's gonna be crunching.
Oh god, okay. So, Emmy.
Right.
So, bring up our first story for today.
Sweet. Alright. So, this wasn't prepared. This was made last minute decision, so
yeah,
I don't have proper research.
Very last minute.
So yeah, if I do anything wrong, please forgive me. I'm a true crime junkie, hopefully I wouldn't get this. But, I'm reading off of the Wikipedia page, not word by word, but...
Fucking Wikipedia? We could do better than Wikipedia? We couldn't afford better research than Wikipedia?
I mean, we could, but shut up.
Oh god!
Just... This one is actually pretty reliable. This one about him is really reliable.
Each other.
You guys know about him? No, listen, I already know about him, but this one is pretty reliable. Yeah. Okay.
You saying Wikipedia is pretty reliable?
No, I'm saying this one about him is because I already know about him.
Fucking
So,
Wikipedia.
reading off of this... Okay, shut up. I'll just go somewhere else. I'll do it. I'm gonna go to the crime museum. That one sounds reliable. Yep, it's
anything
the official
besides
website.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, that is probably the most reliable one there.
Alright, so, my guy is Albert Fish. A lot of you guys listening must know about him. If you don't, you're gonna hear about him. So, this is, also I'm getting my information from Crime Museum, go check them out if you want to learn more. So.
Not sponsored.
Fish. Not sponsored, yeah, whatever.
We're too broke to be sponsored.
You gotta add that in.
Gotta cite my sources. Anyways.
Poor.
Albert Fish was the first known as Frank Howard. Let's just say he was responding to an ad looking for workplace in the newspaper by Edward Budd. Edward Budd was an 18-year-old boy determined to make something of himself. So basically, he went to Bud's doorstep with a job offer.
Oh, what a good boy he is.
He said that he would like to have... He said that he would like to have Bud come work with him at his farm, telling the story of his 6 children and his wife had left them. So, again, Albert is Frank Howard, known at this time, so Edward is the guy who is looking for a job. So, this 18-year-old kid, he was looking forward to having a job and providing for his family and everything like that. And, Howard even offered a job to Bud's best friend, Willie. So basically, Frank Howard seemed like a pretty good guy. Yeah, fuck that. When Howard didn't show, he proved a handwritten note explaining that he would be in touch in a few days. And he'd come over for a visit by the following morning, and then the family invited him to stay for lunch. During this visit, Howard spotted Bud's younger sister, Gracie, explaining. Oh, okay, here it comes. So during this visit, Howard spotted Bud's younger sister Gracie, explaining that he had to attend a birthday party before he could take the boys to the farm. He asked if Gracie would like to join him. No. Don't go with a stranger by yourself. With his gracious attitude and friendly nature, the Buds gave Gracie permission to attend the party. That evening, Howard did not return, and Gracie had vanished. So, the family reported her disappearance to the local police, and the investigation began. So no leads were discovered, and they were suspicious of Frank Howard. Well, actually, they said no leads were discovered, partially because Frank Howard didn't exist. The Bud family received a letter with his description of the Okay, so this is actually really sad, but the Bud family received.
You good there, buddy?
The Bud family received. Yeah. Okay, the Bud family received a letter with a description of the mutilation and murder of little Gracie. The note matched the handwriting from the original note sent to them earlier. During this time, the investigation, and therefore the letter was received. So during this time of the investigation, and before the letter was received, another child vanished. So basically, Albert Fish, back then known as Frank Howard, stole this girl named Gracie away, telling her that he would take her to the birthday party, and then he wrote the family a note in detail how he mutilated her and murdered her. So obviously, but then in the meantime, while they were trying to figure that one out, another child went.
Oh, damn.
So,
this all goes to show, this is why you should teach your kids to don't trust strangers. Not even just don't trust them. Don't go in a car with strangers. Don't walk down the street with strangers.
Oh my
Don't even hold their hand.
Everyone knows this.
Everyone knows this, but some people are still dumb. They'd be like, hey, yo, ma,
don't call me out like that.
No, because listen,
what I'm saying is
I'm at the corner store with my friends, right? Good.
Yeah, but like they thought he was a nice guy. Obviously, like he had their trust. You know, they just thought he was a genuinely nice guy. He was very kind, everything like that.
Ted Bundy was cute as fuck, but he was a serial killer.
Oh, I gotta talk about Ted Bundy next time. But
I was gonna bring up Luca Magnotta.
You gotta talk about Ted Bundy next time, Charlie. But yeah, anyways.
But yeah, let me tell you a little short story. So I'm walking down the corner store with my friend. We're just getting some snacks and shit, and we're just like, hey, and the guy comes out to us. He's like, hey, let me get your number. Let me drive you home. I'm like, me and her, we were looking this man dead in the eye, and we were like, no, we're good. He's like, I rap on Spotify. I actually volunteer on the weekends, and we were just sitting there, just like at the cashier, just paying for our stuff, and we were just like, no, we're good. And after we walk out, like he stayed behind, like because he was still getting his shit from the store. Like we both walk out, and she tells me, my friend, she's like, she actually offered to drive me home before, and I actually met him like once or twice before at the basketball court. I'm like, have you ever talked to him? She replied with no. Like, we just happened to be in the same neighborhood, and I just find that creepy. Because we tell each other, we don't get in a car with nobody. That's how bitches get kidnapped. That's how bitches get molested.
Yeah.
That's how bitches go missing.
No hitchhiking. No picking up hitchhikers.
Yes.
Even if it's a mother and a son, you don't do that. There could be bad people anywhere. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is scary.
Here's another little story that I heard of. I remember once, I forgot what case this was, but there was actually a fucking killer who used baby noises to lure women out of their homes.
Damn. That is...
Like, they would put a recording, and then they would, like, wait for them to open, like, the door, and they would go hide.
That is so trippy. I hate that.
It is. Cosmic, you got anything to say?
Anyways. Oh wait, no, I'm not done yet. That wasn't even the finish.
Oh, what?
That was just the beginning.
Oh, shit.
This was just the beginning.
Tell him about our fish man. Our mega fishman.
Alright, Albert Fish. I'll just finish this up. I'll tell you when I'm done, because this is just the beginning, because it gets a lot worse from here. So basically, they received, but like during the time of the investigation, before the letter was received, another child vanished. So let's talk about Billy Gaffney, a 4-year-old boy playing with his neighbor, who was also named Billy, disappeared, and the 3-year-old Billy stated that the boogeyman took Billy Gaffney. So basically, Billy and his friend Billy, they were playing. One Billy was taken away, and the other one was still there. The other one who was still there said that he was taken by the boogeyman. The police didn't take the statement to heart and instead ignored it. Yeah, fuck that. Shortly after the disappearance of Billy Gaffney, another little boy also disappeared. 8-year-old Francis McDonnell was playing on the porch with his mother when a gray-haired, frail old man walked down the street, muttering to himself. The mother noticed his awkward demeanor, but did not report anything. Later that day, while Francis was playing at the park, his friends noticed that he walked into the woods with an elderly gray-haired man. With his family noticed he was missing, they organized a search. Francis was found under some branches in the woods, badly beaten and strangled with his suspenders. So all these kids, all these people, were taken away by this gray man. So the manhunt for the gray man began, but despite many efforts, he vanished.
Talk about the man behind the slaughter.
Basically, the gray man was Albert Fish. He was continuously kidnapping and killing children. And so all of the members were required to obtain handwriting tests for comparison to the letters from Howard. A janitor came forward to admit that he was taking some sheets and paper and left them in his old rooming house. And so everybody added to the manhunt. Finally, so the landlady also mentioned that he told her that to hold a letter that would be arriving from his son, and detectives and they interpreted the letter at the post office, and they were contacted by the landlady that he would be coming to get his letter. That led the detective to capture Mr. Fish. So basically, they just found out who he was, and then they saw who they found the name, but they waited at the post office, and then when he came to get his letter, they were like, "This is the guy." And so many confessions and testimonies were heard by law enforcement, psychiatrists, and Mr. Fish described how he wanted to lure Edward Budd and his friend Willie to his farm and kill them. However, once he laid eyes on Gracie, he changed his mind and desperately wanted to kill her. He took Gracie to the train station and purchased a one-way ticket for her. After the ride to the countryside, he took her to a house. While at a house, he told Gracie to wait outside and she picked flowers. He went to the second floor of the house and removed all of his clothes. When he called for Gracie to come upstairs, she was frightened by him and called out for her mother. Mr. Fish choked her to death. Following her death, he decapitated her and cut up her body. He took parts with him when he left, wrapped in newspaper. Police were able to locate the remains of Gracie based on his confession. Albert Fish had many runs with police in his lifetime, but every single time those charges were basically they were pushed aside. And so I left out a lot of more gruesome details, but basically, Albert Fish was an American serial killer, child rapist, and cannibal. He was also known as the Gray Man, the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and the Boogie. And he died January 16th, 1963. He had a lot of it.
No, I'm just saying, this is some next level man behind the slaughter. Now, this isn't getting stuffed into some animatronic suits, let me tell you, people.
Yeah. I wish.
No!
Oh, but you want to know how he died?
How he died?
You want to know how he died, though?
How he died?
So basically, they figured out all of this insane stuff that he did, all this terrible stuff that he did. He was mentally unstable. He was a psychopath. And
I mean, that was kind of a given.
That was given. Yeah, he was a psychopath. He was mentally unstable. But basically, they sentenced him to death after figuring out all he had done. So they strapped him to the electrical chair, and they figured out that the circulation wasn't working. Like when they tried to electrocute him, it was not working, and they were like, "What is this? Why isn't it working?"
Oh,
well, it turns out, okay, this part like is like really uncanny and gross, but basically, Albert Fish was so mentally unstable that he asked, like, he had children. He asked his children to like hit him with a board with needles stuck to them so he could feel pain, and he basically he stuck needles into his pelvis and perineum.
What's the pelvis?
So like the dick.
Yeah. He stuck, and it was up, like he stuck up so many that it stopped the circulation from happening. So they ended up having to take all of them out of him and then electrocute him.
Oh goddamn, Mr. Fish! Can't you stop having needles in your dick?
Not gonna lie, that's pretty smart, but dumb at the same time.
I mean, you were gonna die anyways.
He didn't do it so that he could stop being like so he could not get killed. Like, he did that way before. He just did it for fun. He was mentally unstable, and
that's some next level masochism.
Yeah.
Like really when he said harder, Albert Daddy, Fish. I didn't think this.
So yeah.
Listeners don't need to know that. Jeez.
What?
He even quoted when they took him to the court. He said, "I like children. They're tasty."
Anyways, that's no.
So yeah, basically that's Albert Fish.
That's the tale of Albert Fish, people. You heard it here first. And if not here first, then on YouTube. Just somewhere.
Or from the original source.
Please don't report us.
We don't talk about that.
Please don't report us. Yeah, but anyway, that was my guy. Cheese.
Yes, it's my turn. Alright,
it's
kitties.
The cheese piece's turn.
It's the cheese's turn. Let me tell you. It's the cheese's turn. Let me tell you. So, before we get started, let's have a little lighthearted moment instead of just going back to back with this dark shit. What do you say?
Yeah.
Like, instead of having a downward spiral of just grieving.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Alright.
Let's do this shit.
What?
Let's do this.
Alright, so...
Give this lighthearted moment.
Alright, kids, let me tell you the story about a mouse named Lori. Lori was a stripper.
Oh my jeez!
I didn't know where else to go with this. Y'all were not helping me. Y'all are just as at fault as I am.
You know what?
I thought you were gonna do the this is the story of a mouse named Glory. Glory was a mouse in a big brown house.
She called herself the
I thought you were gonna sing that. I thought you were gonna do that. Oh wait, now we have to crop that, otherwise we're gonna get copyright.
We're not playing the audio where Lori's fucking singing it. Oh yeah. God damn it.
Oh. Then I guess we're not gonna get copyright.
Well, we're not even monetized, so what are you gonna take? Like a penny? A penny for money?
Penny for money, yeah.
Cause you get like $1,000 per million views, right? So...
Oh, we only start getting money at 1 million views.
Yeah.
And even then, it's going to be divided by 3, so...
No, I flip!
Here, a lighthearted ukulele.
Wait, do we even have a bank account for the money to go to?
Lighthearted, my guy.
We don't even need one yet, and...
I would like, there's my sword. I know. By you, but tonight talking more.
Oh God. Okay. I think that's enough of a
That's why you should have picked a serial killer.
Huh?
Damn it, Cosmic.
No, it would've been funny if
I can tell you about how my younger sister was stalked.
Oh shit, same.
Yeah, please do. Okay, both of y'all. First, and
Cosmic,
then
Cosmic, you can go first. Oh, Cosmic.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have the honor.
All I really know is that Comet, my younger sister, and her friend were at the shop. They were at Max because Gibbons is sad. We have a Max, and then they got slushies and stuff, and then they started heading home. They realized they were followed. They took the long ass way home, otherwise known as walking over the 3 kilometers that we have of town.
That's a big ass town.
It's really not. There's only 3,000 people.
Did they ever see that?
I don't think they saw his face.
Did they see him again though?
No.
Here's an idea.
Yeah.
Just like throw your sushi backwards, and if you hear a grunt, that means you hit him and run.
No, you never run when you're being followed, because then it alerts them back. No, the thing is, Reese, do you know why you don't run when you're being followed by a murderer or a serial killer or being stalked? Because they're gonna walk behind you. You're gonna literally, they're gonna walk behind you until you run out of stamina. Then they're gonna run after you.
Well, that's what other people would do, but guess what? You run, you scream, you get the hell out of there. Because
yeah, you like knock on doors, you hop over fences, just book it. Like, try to get attention to yourself as any ways possible.
This is why you learn how to parkour, my boys.
Kick things over, push things over.
The way you survive.
Get attention to yourself.
Parkour, my dudes.
Here's the thing.
Like, jump over fences, yell, scream.
Miami trains you to hop over fences and shit, because I had to run from the cops a few times. Like, in the past. And let me tell you.
You gotta tell us about this one, jeez. You gotta tell us about that one.
Specific.
I know it's true crime, but y'all gotta tell me about that. Tell us about that one.
Well, it's true crime. Technically, it's crime.
Yeah, I get it. You do crime?
Oh,
Charlie.
God. Oh, God. Oh, fucking okay.
Dad's asking why you got a picture of him.
What?
In the strip club chat.
Wow.
He's asking why you have a photo of him.
What?
Damn it. I was making fun of Cosmic's arms. Alright, this is a true crime scene. Let me tell you the story about why I fucking ran from the cops.
Yes, queen!
Oh, fucking God. Y'all are too happy about this.
Shut up! Let the sadistic child be happy about the random shit that people do.
Alright, so I had some friends that were up north, more in, like, northern Florida. So, we were all hanging out, and one of them got bummed because their boyfriend fucking cheated on them. I mean, he was a fuckboy anyways, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But still.
Continue.
My little friend, she was bummed as fuck, and there were 3 of us. And we thought, hey, there's a little construction site, and we got some paint, so why don't we just, go ham a little bit?
Graffiti. Yeah, I did graffiti once. It was under the bridge in our town. It was with a Sharpie and some expo markers.
No, yeah.
We wrote down a friend's number.
No, that's not how you do it.
I was like, call me!
That's not how you do it right.
No, because here's the thing, their parents, like, they're into, like, DIY shit, so they have, like, spray paints for when, like, paint chairs and shit.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, no, we didn't have that. We basically just took.
We had 2 cans, since there wasn't, like, a lot of My friend.
Sorry, my dad's popping off again. Continue.
My friend decides to write, "Fuck the cops" on the floor. And the ironic thing is, there was a car that was, like, on the far side of the construction site, because it was, like, a big open area with just, like, some tools and shit, like, you know, like, those big machines and shit. Like, it was just an open area with just, like, dirt and sand. and the big machines. And we see like a car with like the headlights on the far end. We're just like, okay, whatever. And then we just keep going. And then we see the police sirens come up, and it's coming towards us, and we're just like, no. So we run across the street where like the residential area is. We hear the siren get fucking closer, and they actually have like the noise and shit on. And so we're like running through the neighborhood. Cause they probably saw the thing that said, fuck the cops.
I actually wrote that under the bridge.
So yeah, really we're fucking running, and I remember, cause the friend that was sad, they're not the most athletic, so I already hopped the fence, so we had to, so I was like on the top of the fence trying to like pull her arm, and the other was like trying to push her ass up, and we're like, Nadia, you fat fucker! I was just like trying to push her over the fence. Like, we got her over and she fell, but still, we were able to run. Like, we went through, like, we had to go through, like, a back way in order to make it back to the house, but it was still funny as hell.
Did you get away?
Yeah, we got away.
Nice!
Like, bro, I have a clean criminal record. I ain't never been arrested.
Hey, no, me neither. I've done some pretty, not good stuff, but we're not gonna talk about that.
And we were fucking around with the construction site, too. Like, we were just climbing in.
You're just climbing in shit.
Yeah.
If you got caught, you could have been fined at least $15,000. Trespassing on territory.
Yeah.
Like, trespassing,
Don't give the police any ideas.
Property.
Graffiti, yeah, stuff like that. I'm gonna be muted for a bit since I have to get my alternate VC friends because they need to talk.
Alright. Alright, this is
anyway,
me and
time.
Yeah, it'll be you guys for now.
Alright. But again, don't give the police any ideas, I'm just fucking saying.
Yeah.
Alright, kids. Now that we have Cosmic out of here, what do you say we get on to our next little murder story?
Yeah, let's do this.
Since, we already had enough pleasure of me running from the fucking cops.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So, how about I tell you all the story about Luca Magnotta, or Luca Rocco Magnotta.
I have not heard about that.
If like the Corpse song, she said I killed her cat like I'm Luca Magnotta, a real bad bitch, pussy ball like Saitama. Yeah. That's what it was referencing.
So that's based off of him?
Yeah. So, why is he awaiting trial? Well, let me tell you about what the fuck he did. Well, the categories this goes under: cannibalism, necrophilia, dismemberment, snuff movie. Snuff movie? That's like videos that should not be on the internet, let me tell you.
Ew.
Luca Rocco Magnotta, born Eric Clinton Kirk Newman in July 24th, 1982. A Canadian pornographic actor and model accused of killing and dismembering Lin Jun, a Chinese international student, and then mailing his severed limbs to political parties and elementary schools. After a video allegedly depicting the murder was posted online, Magnotta fled the country, becoming the subject of an Interpol Red Notice, and prompting an international manhunt. He was apprehended at an internet cafe in Berlin while reading news about himself. He was previously sought by animal rights groups for allegedly upping videos of him killing kittens. So,
oh my,
that's a summary, and I'm getting this off of murderpedia.org. So
Murderpedia is probably the most accurate murder site.
Likely. So,
yeah.
By the way, if I'm pronouncing these names wrong, then I apologize. I'm not the best with Asian names, especially.
I had an easy name. I had Albert Fish.
Yeah, you had Albert Fish. I have Lin Jun. Like, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Like, it'd probably be like Lin.
Yeah, that's alright.
Or Lin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So, instead of, like, his old name, I will be addressing him by Luca. Luca was born in July 24th, 1982 in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. He attended I.E. Weldon Secondary School in Lindsay. He legally changed his name to Magnotta in August 12, 2006. In 2003, he began to appear in gay pornographic videos, occasionally working as a stripper and a male escort. He appeared as a pinup model in 2005 in a 2005 issue of Toronto's Fab magazine, using the pseudonym Jimmy in 2007. He was an unsuccessful competitor in Out TV's reality series Cover Guy. Magnotta had multiple cosmetic surgeries and auditioned for Slice Network's show Plastic Makes Perfect in February of 2008. In 2005, he was convicted on 1 count for impersonation and 3 counts of fraud against Sears Canada, The Brick, and 2001 audio video. After impersonating a woman to apply for a credit card and purchasing over $10,000 worth of goods, he pleaded guilty and received a 9-month conditional sentence with 12 months of probation. He declared bankruptcy in March 2007, owing $17,000 in various debts. The bankruptcy was fully discharged in December 2007. And then,
alright, we good, we back.
Oh, hey, I was in the middle of telling a story about Luca Magnotta.
Right now.
I know. I heard.
Yeah. So, rumors emerged in 2007 claiming Magnotta was in a relationship with Carla Halmonka, a high-profile Canadian murderer. Though he denied this in an interview with the Toronto Sun during the murder investigation, Montreal police initially announced the pair had dated, but subsequently retracted the statement and acknowledged that they had no evidence to corroborate the claim. Many profiles on various internet, social media, and discussion forums were created over several years to plant false or unverified claims about Magnotta. Magnotta himself repeatedly dismissed such accounts as hoaxes and parts of a campaign of cyber-stalking against him. According to police, Magnotta set up at least 70 Facebook pages and 20 websites under different names. So,
ooh. Cool.
So it sounds like he's lying, because there's no way that they can have accounts and people that did it just to ban again. Obviously he had something.
So, yes, as a parent here, there was some shit going on. So now, about the murder of Lin Jun, my bad. Also known as Justin Lin, was an international student from Wuhan and an undergraduate in the Engineering and Computer Science facility as Concordia University. He worked part-time as a convenience store clerk in Point St. Charles. Lin had been studying in Montreal since July 2011. He had moved
Montreal.
Montreal, my bad. Listen, I'm not the best for pronunciation at all. Like, not even just Asian.
Yeah, we're not good at pronounce it.
Lin had moved into a Griffintown area apartment with a roommate on May 1st. He was last seen on May 24, 2012, and his friends reported getting a text message from his phone at 9 p.m. His boss became suspicious when he didn't show up for his shift the next day. 3 of his friends went to the apartment on May 27th. He was reporting missing to the police on May 29th. On May 25th, 2012, an 11-minute video called One Lunatic, One Ice Pick was uploaded to bestgore.com, depicting a naked male tied to a bed frame had been repeatedly stabbed with an ice pick and a kitchen knife, and then dismembered, followed by acts of necrophilia. The perpetrator used a knife and fork to cut off some bits of flesh and gets a dog to chew on the body. During the video, the 1987 New Order song True Faith plays in the background, and the poster of the 1942 film Casablanca is visible on the wall. Canadian authorities were able to obtain a more extensive version of the video, and confirmed that cannibalism may have been performed. Materials promoting the video appeared online at least 10 days before the murder took place. On May 26, an attorney from Montana attempted to report the video to Toronto police, his local sheriff, and the FBI, but the report was dismissed by officials. Best Gore reviewers also attempted to report the video. Police later confirmed it as authentic and identified the the victim, an Asian male, as the same one whose body parts were sent to Ottawa. At 11 a.m. on May 29, 2012, a package containing a left foot was delivered to the national headquarters of the Conservative Party of Canada. The packaging was stained with blood and had a foul smell. It was marked with a red heart symbol. Another package containing a left hand was intercepted in a Canada post-processing facility addressed to the Liberal Party. A janitor discovered a decomposing torso inside of a suitcase left inside a garbage pile in the alley behind an apartment building in Snowdon area, Montreal. He first saw the suitcase on the 25th, but it was not picked up due to a large amount of garbage there. At 11 a.m., on May 29, 2012, I hope you're keeping up with all these dates because it gets complicated.
I'm not. You really expect me, the one who's tired literally 24/7, to keep up with anything?
I can't.
We're all tired 24/7, it's alright, cuz.
After searching the scene, police discovered human remains, bloody clothes, papers, identifying the suspect as well as sharp and blunt objects from the back alley. Footage from surveillance cameras inside the building showed a suspect bringing numerous garbage bags outside, and the images matched a suspect captured on video at the post office in Côte des Neiges. Or is it? Oh god, it almost sounds like the N-word. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
It's spelled Neiges.
Neiges. I don't know.
Neiges?
Oh, that sounds like a...
Côte de Neiges.
Niga.
Niga.
It might be Niga.
Maybe.
No, don't say it. No, just say Nasia. Just say Nasia.
Yeah, I'll just say Asia.
It sounds like nasal, but whatever.
No, it sounds like Asia.
Yeah, Nasia. Yeah.
Oh god. At 3:33 UTC, police searched apartment 208, which Luca Rocco Magnotta was renting. He moved in 4 months prior, and his rent was paid up to June 1st. The apartment had been mostly emptied before he left. Blood was found on different items, including the mattress, the refrigerator, the table, and the bathtub. If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror. I don't care was written in red ink on the bedside on the inside of a closet. On May 30th, 2012, it was confirmed that body parts who had belonged to the same individual, identified as Lin Jun. The suspect in the case was quickly identified as Magnotta, who had by then fled. A note was found with the package sent to the Conservative Party, stating that a total of 6 body parts had been distributed, and that the perpetrator would kill again. Notes were also included in the other 3 packages, but the police declined to disclose their contents, citing concerns about possible copycats. On June 5th, 2012, a package containing a right foot was delivered to St. George's School, and another package containing a right hand to False Creek Elementary School in Vancouver. Both schools opened as normal as the following morning. It was confirmed that both packages were sent from Montreal. On June 13th, the 4 limbs and the torso were matched to Lun using DNA samples from his family. On July 1st, his head was recovered at the edge of a small lake in Montreal, Angrigan Park, after police received an anonymous tip. Lin's body was cremated July 11th, and his ashes were buried July 26th at the Notre Dame de Neiges Cemetery in Notre Dame de Neiges.
Notre Dame de Neiges. If it's French, it's most likely going to be pronounced in a French accent.
Notre Dame des Neiges. I don't know. Cemetery in Montreal.
That's all right, Cosmic.
So good.
But this goes on for
None of you
long.
know French. Neither of you know French, so really, it's fine.
Yeah, no. The best I could do was
Now we don't need
Spanish.
to pronounce any shit, right?
Yeah.
We're good.
Like, I'm trying to pronounce this as best I can. But let me tell you, Gabe. Let me tell you guys. This goes on for a while. The case, according to this status, he is in prison awaiting trial currently. And let me
currently? So how current did this happen?
It says the date of murder was 2012, but it said his status is in prison awaiting trial. I don't know how recently this was updated, and I don't know the current status of it to this day, but it's likely that he is still awaiting trial.
Mm-hmm.
For the murder of Jinlun. Or Linjun.
That was really deep, yeah. The fact that this guy, who you think would be regular, just did all this stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of dates
it.
And
like,
shit.
Imagine that on people who unfortunately had to see that. Like, imagine running into that on the internet. Just going about your day, just browsing it, and then you see that.
No, because best score.
Do you think it would be on like the black?
I've been on best score a few times myself,
on
actually.
Black internet or?
And let me tell you, if people stumble upon best score, it's most often voluntary, unless you somehow stumble upon the website by accident. And it is not a pleasant sight. Mm-hmm. I think it's down by now, like someone took down the website. Because for years it's been receiving heat. Because it advertised itself as an educational like website about murders, but at the end of the day, it was a lot of dismemberment, a lot of murder. It was gruesome.
And it was not educational, it was something that's supposed to be on the dark web.
Yeah, it might as well have been.
So dang, that was a really good one. So, basically, dang. We got some good ones. So,
yeah, we got the
I just feel bad for all of the victims here. Like, I hope, imagine the families in this.
Yeah. My condolences to the families, by the way. Like, the families and friends of whoever knew Linjun. Is it Linjun or Junlin? Fuck.
Or anybody who has ever had to suffer.
Is it Linjun or Junlin? No, let me check. Okay, it was Junlin. Okay, Junlin. Alright, we had our dark story, and now I think it's time for a recession. Which, this is actually my time to go BRB, since I actually have to eat dinner. So, you and Cosmic...
Same. I have to eat dinner.
Fuck.
Huh?
It's all you, Cosmic. We gotta eat dinner, so keep them educated. Keep them entertained.
I don't really know much about true crime, but I do know that there was once this guy in Canada who was from the Maritimes, and he...
Oh god. Okay,
and
carry on.
What he did was...
Yeah, we could just... Yeah, or you can talk about something else more lighthearted, but, you know.
What happened was that he, would go up to people's doors in a police officer uniform and in a fake police car and knock on them, and then on top of that, he would find that where his victims were, the victims he wanted to kill lived. Then he would go knock on their doors in a fake police uniform and stuff like that, and then he would shoot them then and there with a gun. And if they had kids, he would usually either kill the kid or leave the kid to have witnessed their parents' murders. And then he would, so basically he just left the kids that he killed the parents.
To be continued, because I'm too lazy to edit a meme or any sort of outro into this.